Hello, I am Lyd and welcome to another video. This time I'm going to be reacting to a cartoon that Jehovah's Witnesses use to indoctrinate their children. Just for reference, I grew up in a religious family and went to Catholic school, but kind of at the same time all my family drifted away from God, and now I personally identify as atheist. But some of my best friends are still religious and I have the utmost respect for them. You know why? Because they don't use their religion as an excuse to hate people. So let's dive right into this. So we start with the title card, and this is lesson 22, but I thought I'd start with the most controversial. This lesson is called One Man and One Woman, so that's already a great start, and we can guess how homophobic this is going to be from here on out. So we start with a simple premise. The kids were at school and they've been asked to draw their families. One kid has drawn a beautiful picture of her and her two mums. I don't know why I'm complimenting this imaginary kid, but it is a beautiful picture. This other kid is a bit confused by that, and that's fine. If your parents never taught you about that, which I think most accepting parents should, you're gonna have some questions about things that are different from your family. I'm fine with questions. I identify as gay myself, and if people have questions, that's fine. What's not fine is when people ask those questions in a disrespectful manner.
Look, Mom. I drew our family in school today.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have time to finish Caleb's face. Carrie drew two mommies. She told me they're married to each other. My teacher says that all that matters is that people love each other and that they're happy.
That sounds like a good teacher you've got there, and I know a lot of people aren't so lucky to have such accepting teachers, especially if you come from a religious school.
Well, people have their own ideas about what is right and wrong.
That's true. People do have their own ideas about what is right and wrong. It's just some of those people's ideas happen to be bigoted, just like yours.
But what matters is how Jehovah feels.
Of course, what matters to you is how Jehovah feels, because you put the thoughts and wishes of an imaginary God you can't prove exists above actual tangible people's feelings.
He wants us to be happy, and he knows how we can be happiest.
If Jehovah was real and wanted us to be happy, he would accept people as they are, not force people through torture in conversion therapy and force others to hide who they are for ages. I can assure you, those people who go through that are not at their happiest.
That's why he invented marriage the way he did.
You mean one man and one woman?
Exactly.
Jehovah did not invent marriage. The first recorded evidence of a marriage ceremony uniting one man and one woman dates from about 2350 BC. And religion didn't even become involved until about the 8th century.
Look at Genesis 1:27. Jehovah created Adam and Eve, male and female.
Because of course you don't believe in genders outside the binary.
Then in Genesis 2:24, he said that a man will stick to his wife. Later, Jesus said the same thing.
Even if this were true, saying a man will stick to his wife doesn't say anything about same-sex marriages.
Jehovah's standards haven't changed. It's kind of like going on an airplane. What would happen if someone wanted to bring something on the plane that wasn't allowed?
They couldn't go on their trip.
Right. It's the same with Jehovah.
Leaving physical property behind to go on a plane journey is about as different as you can get than leaving part of yourself behind for the rest of eternity.
He wants us to be his friend and live in paradise forever.
If Jehovah really wanted people like me to be his friends, he would accept us as we are and not try and change us.
But we have to follow his standards to get there.
His standards are bullshit.
At Matthew 7:13 and 14, it talks about the road leading to paradise. To get there, Jehovah says we have to leave some things behind.
If some things are part of what makes me me, I'm fine not going to paradise, thanks.
That means anything Jehovah doesn't approve of.
Jehovah sounds like a dickhead to me.
want to get to paradise.
So does Jehovah. And you know what? People can change.
People can't change when it comes to sexuality. There's been so many studies showing that conversion therapy doesn't work and is so harmful to people. In my opinion, conversion therapy is a form of torture.
That's why we share his message. So, what can you say to Carrie?
Well, I could tell her about the paradise. I could tell her about the animals and the resurrection.
That's awesome! Let's practice.
This is so disgusting. Encouraging kids to talk to other kids who might have same-sex parents and tell them how wrong their parents' lifestyle is. The kid can't do anything about who their parents are, even if their lifestyle was wrong, which it isn't. So if this little girl in this cartoon talks to Carrie and tells her about paradise, what is Carrie supposed to do? Disown her parents at the age of what, 8? This is encouraging full-on religious bullying, and I will not have it.